Any company these days deals with compliance management. And compliance management can get really complex, especially when you're in the supply chain industry and especially when you are a global company. So the way I look at supply chain is there's really three streams. There's the physical stream, there's the data information stream, and there's the financial stream. So starting with the physical stream, certainly you need to make sure that the products are built, they're manufactured in a way that's compliant. You don't want child labor in your supply chain. You certainly don't want to use mines that have been called off limits. You also have to move the product over cross-border, and there are certainly regulations with that. And you need to make sure whatever product you sell comply with the final regulations and is labeled appropriately. But many products these days don't just have a physical element, they have a data element, because we build technology into products. And so how do you deal with that data? Most countries, most regions these days have privacy regulations, and complying with all the privacy regulations can be really tricky. That's one of the areas that we are working on very diligently. The other thing is, of course, that you have just a technology element, risk of cybersecurity, cyber attacks. And so dealing with the cyber attacks and cybersecurity becomes a key item of concern, and you need to be not just compliant, but also go over and beyond. And finally, you have the financial supply chain, and that involves moving money. It involves tax management, sales tax, VAT. It may involve how you file different reports. So it's a science in and of itself. When I look at supply chain, as I said, we have those three layers, and certainly we have the compliance management as an overall outer shell, that this is a framework we are working within and we want to be compliant. Good companies are not just compliant. They believe in corporate social responsibility, and that means going a step beyond compliance and taking responsibility for what's going on in the community. But it starts with compliance.